Hello there guys, and welcome to another edition of Star Wars Comics. And it's a very exciting day for the channel because a new series is here. I know you guys love those. Now, who here has ever heard of the Star Wars Infinite series? It is absolutely fascinating, a 4-part comic book series published by Dark Horse Comics back in 2001. It actually tells alternate versions of the original trilogy, similar to what-if scenarios. Today we will start with issue number 1 of Star Wars Infinites, A New Hope, and guys, buckle up because we have Infinite comics for every movie, from A New Hope to Empire Strikes Back and even Return of the Jedi. We will cover all of them in the coming days on this channel. Subscribe and hit that bell for YouTube to notify you the second my Infinite videos are up, and leave a comment telling me if you enjoyed this video and if you want more. Han Solo shows up to rescue the day. Luke now is completely clear to shoot the proton torpedoes. They successfully enter the exhaust port. Now our band of rebels is trying to escape the blast, preparing for what was to come next. However, as they were going further and further away, something was not right. After checking his tactical readouts, Luke noticed that one of the torpedoes had detonated prematurely. Wedge was trying to calm him down. He told Luke that he did his job. Whatever happens, the rebellion will owe you a debt of gratitude. But at that time they had other things to worry. A TIE fighter squad was approaching quickly. Now they had to escape by any means necessary. Down on Yavin 4, Leia gets informed of what just happened, that the Death Star will not blow up, that they had failed to blow up the Death Star. The attack was now imminent. General Dodonna pleaded with Princess Leia to escape immediately, to evacuate. If the rebellion had a future, then it depends on her safety. But it looked like Leia had given up. There was no more future for the rebellion. The Death Star had the rebel base in range. Tarkin informed them to begin firing sequence immediately. However, one of the officers informs Tarkin that the proton torpedoes that penetrated the thermal exhaust vent caused extensive damage to the power grid. If they want a successful hit on Yavin 4, it will take a few minutes to reroute power to ensure optimum weapon functionality. Overconfident, Tarkin wasn't about to wait. He ordered them to fire when ready. The laser was building up. Luke saw what was about to unfold. He could not believe it. The station is still operational. It fired full force on Yavin 4. Luke screamed out for Leia in desperation. Their entire base was crushed and crumbled. However, the moon was not completely destroyed. Now, Leia and the rebellion had their chance to escape. This made Tarkin furious. He wants full power on the weapon, divert life support systems if necessary. The Emperor's triumph will be achieved today by any means necessary. Knowing full well that the rebellion might try to escape, he ordered every reserve fighter to be released and to intercept rebel ships. This operation will be led by Lord Vader personally. Han and Luke had their troubles with the fighters. They just couldn't shake them. Han Solo, however, had a plan. If they can slingshot around the planet, they should be able to clear the planet's gravitation and escape to a safer place. Maneuvering all the way through, Luke even called him a crazy pirate and a good-looking one, according to Han. 2 TIE fighters were shot down by Han Solo himself. Now they were on the offensive. The Death Star's power levels have been stabilized. Finally, said Tarkin. He ordered them again. Obliterate them. The Rebel Alliance, however, had already left Yavin 4. As they were trying to escape, they noticed that the Death Star was now fully operational. Bracing for impact, it shot its green laser at the Yavin 4 moon, and it obliterated it to pieces, reminiscent of Alderaan. The rebels weren't in luck either. At that moment, a brigade of TIE fighters together with Lord Vader appeared. They ordered them to power down their engines and weapon systems at once. They were outnumbered and outgunned. Any resistance will be met with lethal force. They should consider themselves prisoners of the Empire. Meanwhile, Han and Luke were trying desperately to evade Imperial TIE fighters, but Luke wasn't responding. Han again desperately tried to reach Luke. However, Luke was completely demoralized. His fiery eyes told it all. They murdered them. They murdered them all. They murdered Leia. As he turns back, going straight for the Death Star, Han Solo is desperately pleading with Luke. Luke was on the attack. Screaming from the top of his lungs, his anger took over. He destroyed every TIE fighter in his path. But right at that time,
Luke, hear me, Luke.
Ben.
Don't give in to your anger. Save yourself. Your destiny lies elsewhere.
Han approached again, trying to calm him down. One way or another, they had to escape the TIE Fighter squadron, and they went for the debris field. Hopefully this way they could lose them. For a moment it looked like it was working. The TIE Fighters were getting crushed by the asteroids. Suddenly, Luke hears it again.
Reach out with your feelings, Luke. Let the Force guide you.
Now Han was ready to jump to lightspeed. He transmitted the rendezvous coordinates to Luke, but Luke again wasn't responding. It was time for acceptance. Luke couldn't believe that they were gone. They were all gone. In his mind, the rebellion, Leia, and everyone on that moon was obliterated the second that laser from the Death Star hit them. But now there was no turning back. Han Solo jumped to lightspeed together with Luke. Meanwhile, Leia and General Dodonna, together with the rebellion, were aboard the Death Star. Waiting for them was none other than Tarkin alongside Vader. Finally, the first time, Leia had nothing rude to say. Good. Tarkin had many plans as to how she could serve the Empire. So, as it says right here, to be continued. This was issue number 1, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Now, we still have 2, 3, and 4, which completes the whole series of Star Wars Infinities, A New Hope. After we cover Infinities, A New Hope, we will have Empire Strikes Back, and then we will have Return of the Jedi. So we have a lot of comics to go through, guys, and I hope you are here with me to enjoy these videos. I'm having such fun making them, so thank you guys for stopping by and supporting the channel, watching these videos. Any thoughts and any feedback you really have, let me know down in the comments. I would love to talk with you guys. And before you go, may the Force be with you always.